In a night of pure footballing drama at Stamford Bridge, Chelsea delivered a statement performance that sent shockwaves across Europe, thrashing AC Milan 4-1 in a game that will be remembered for its relentless pace, jaw-dropping goals, and emotional rollercoaster from start to finish. For the Blues, this was more than just 3 points. It was a performance that screamed ambition, unity, and a hunger to rise again on the biggest stage. From the very first whistle, the atmosphere inside Stamford Bridge was electric. The crowd was roaring with anticipation, and you could almost feel that something special was about to happen. Chelsea, under the floodlights, looked determined, pressing high, moving the ball quickly, and cutting through Milan's defense with precision and confidence. AC Milan, on the other hand, came into the match with their heads held high, confident after a string of good performances, and they looked to control possession early on, using their midfield to dictate the tempo. But what they didn't expect was Chelsea's intensity, a high press that suffocated their passing lanes and forced them into mistakes. It didn't take long for the first breakthrough. A beautifully worked move down the right saw Chelsea's winger burst past his marker before delivering a low cross into the box. With perfect timing, the forward slotted the ball into the back of the net, sending the Stamford Bridge faithful into pure ecstasy. The noise was deafening, the blue flags waving in celebration, and the players huddling together, knowing they had set the tone for the night. But AC Milan are no strangers to big occasions. They didn't crumble. Instead, they regrouped and pushed back. A few minutes later, they found space on the counter. A quick 1-2 in midfield opened up Chelsea's defense, and with a precise through ball, Milan's striker was one-on-one with the keeper. Calmly and clinically, he placed it into the far corner to make it 1-1, silencing the crowd for a brief moment. It was a reminder that in football, momentum can shift in the blink of an eye. The equaliser seemed to ignite Chelsea rather than deflate them. The response was immediate and fierce. They pushed higher, the passes became crisper, and the movement off the ball was relentless. Just before half-time, a moment of magic arrived. Chelsea's midfield maestro picked up the ball 25 yards out, took one touch to set himself, and unleashed a thunderous strike that swerved past the goalkeeper and into the top corner. Stamford Bridge erupted once again, and you could see the emotion in the players' celebration, fists pumping, eyes blazing with determination. Going into half-time 2-1 up, Chelsea had the momentum, but they knew Milan was still dangerous. The second half began with the same intensity. Chelsea pressed every ball, hunted in packs, and showed no signs of slowing down. Milan tried to hold on, but the third goal was inevitable. A quick passing move starting from the back caught Milan's defense off guard. A clever chip over the top found Chelsea's striker in behind, and with a calm touch, he lifted the ball over the on-rushing goalkeeper. The net rippled, and the scoreline read 3-1. By now, the Chelsea fans were in full voice, every pass cheered, every tackle celebrated like a goal. Milan looked stunned. Their passes became sloppy, their energy levels dropped, and Chelsea smelled blood. The fourth goal was the exclamation mark on a masterclass. This time, it came from a set piece. A perfectly delivered corner found the head of Chelsea's towering defender, who rose above everyone and powered the ball into the back of the net. The celebrations were wild, teammates mobbed him, fans in the stands jumped and hugged strangers, and the players knew they had sealed the game. At 4-1, it was no longer just a win, it was a statement. The final whistle blew, and Stamford Bridge stood to applaud a performance full of courage, skill, and heart. The scorecard told its own story, Chelsea clinical in front of goal, dominant in midfield, and solid at the back. The Blues forwards were ruthless, the midfielders controlled the game like maestros, and the defense handled Milan's attacking threats with composure. For AC Milan, it was a tough night. They showed glimpses of quality, especially in their equaliser, but Chelsea's intensity and sharpness proved too much. Milan's midfield struggled to cope with the pressing, and their defense was repeatedly undone by quick passes and intelligent runs. Despite the defeat, they will take lessons from this game. European nights are unforgiving, and even the smallest lapses can be punished. Emotionally, this win meant so much to Chelsea. The players celebrated not just because of the scoreline, but because it showed progress, belief, and unity. The fans, who had been craving such a performance, got to witness their team dismantle one of Europe's most historic clubs. The chemistry on the pitch, the passion in every challenge, and the hunger in every run spoke volumes about the direction this team is heading. For the neutrals watching, this match had everything: goals, drama, skill, and a bit of tension. It reminded everyone why football is the most beautiful game in the world. From the nervous moments when Milan equalised, to the eruption after Chelsea's wonder strike, to the relief when the fourth goal went in, this was 90 minutes of pure entertainment. The stats back up Chelsea's dominance. They had more shots on target, more possession, and a higher pass completion rate. Milan's goalkeeper made several crucial saves to prevent the scoreline from being even more lopsided, while Chelsea's keeper, although not tested much in the second half, made key stops early on to keep the momentum alive. Individual performances stood out as well. The midfield general was everywhere, breaking up play and starting attacks. The wingers tormented Milan's fullbacks all night, and the forwards were clinical when given chances. The defenders, apart from the moment of lapse for the equaliser, were rock solid, reading the game perfectly and winning crucial duels. In the end, Chelsea 4, AC Milan 1 will go down as one of those memorable European nights where everything seemed to click. The fans will talk about the goals, the energy, and the sheer dominance for weeks to come. For the players, it's a boost of confidence heading into the next challenges. And for AC Milan, it's a night to reflect, regroup, and come back stronger. Football is as much about emotion as it is about tactics, and tonight Chelsea showed both. They played with their hearts on their sleeves and their minds razor sharp. This wasn't just a win, it was a message to Europe. Chelsea are here, they're dangerous, and they're ready to fight for glory. The journey continues, but nights like this are the ones that define a season, inspire belief, and remind every fan why they fell in love with the game in the first place.